I'm Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Monday, the 17th of March, 2025. Well, as you can see, we've opened tonight, and we're pushing the highs, the 310 area right now in the gold. Silver coming back a little bit. Copper pushing $5, and that's because China has gotten a plan where they believe that they're going to be able to get more money in the consumer's pocket, even babysitting they're talking about, and that should get people out and about and spending and the economy grow. If that's the case, well, they'll buy cars, they'll buy appliances, they'll increase their lifestyle, and that's why copper's moving up here. Platinum pretty unchanged. The dollar once again down, so it's sitting here at the 103 level. Most currencies tonight down a fraction, but you know we've had a week. The week before was pretty wild. You had more of a rally today in the stock market, and even though it's backing off a little bit tonight, that was pretty much the picture that's been going on. Energy prices backing off a little bit tonight as well. Bonds and notes, which were basically lower today, giving you a little bit of a bounce. So let's take a look, if we could, at what we've got first thing in the morning. You're going to have housing starts and building permit data out at 7:30. The import prices will be coming in at 7:30. U.S. industrial production and capacity utilization at 8:25. We had some news on the Federal Reserve Bank. President Trump has picked Federal Reserve Governor Michelle Bowman to serve as the central bank's vice chair for supervision. She has to be approved by the Senate, but I think that'll be a snap 1-2. She's well liked in the Senate. The Fed begins a two-day meeting tomorrow on our monetary policy, and we'll get the announcement Wednesday along with the press conference from it. So, interesting time. The market's sort of figuring out what to do. Were there any real changes? Well, that's the question. President Trump keeps reiterating the tariffs are coming. That's not a change. That's inflationary. Gold is telling you as much as that's it. And while we got a bounce in the stock market, it's fallen out of bed recently. So getting a 1 or 2 day or a 3 day bounce, does it really change the picture? Not so much. Then we have to look at what's going on in the Middle East, because if we keep attacking the Houthis and they keep attacking the shipping, and specifically our ships in the Middle East, does that explode where they eventually attack the Saudis, Qatar, so on, to disrupt all the energy that's coming out of the Mideast? It could happen. So it's a powder keg right there, as I'm at least seeing it. When we look at the gold market, and this is a close-only chart, the market for the week, as you can see, pushing contract high close, all right, and all-time high. When you take a look at what the market did here, we had the consolidation, we broke down, came back, and once you cleared that, well, you went through the stop orders. Each time you go up, and remember how futures work, for every long, there's a short. That's very different than in the stock market when traders can trade stock that was issued. You don't have to be shorted. Hey, I don't want to own it anymore. In order to get this market going and have open interest, you have to have a long and a short together. So as you make new highs, what happens to people short? Well, in theory, in a futures contract, all of them are losing. Now, they may have options to offset that to a degree, but that is how you basically look at it. And you can see how the market is running to the upside on this news. The pattern is one of a lower low and a higher high. So this was a vertical price move that just marched away as people really got scared of this tariff talk that we're getting. The market did come down after making that short-term top up here and decided for nearly a week and a half to just fight a battle at the 18-week average to see what was next. That is so typical in markets. And then when it broke out, the problem was, had you bought the breakout on right through here as the market came back up, not over this high, but that one, you had a monster dollar risk. And that's why I think the market jumped. Traders weren't able to control the risk so well. And now you're stalling at the upper Bollinger Band, and this is very typical. Markets only stay over that number 5% of the time. So a drift back down could happen at any time, in my opinion. I look at momentum to see where we're at. You're overbought. Both numbers for the first time tonight. And let's go back a little bit here. This is the close of business today. Notice both numbers were not over 80. The first time they're over 80 is now Tuesday. And that doesn't mean it's going to close like that or settle like that. It could be the right word. But if it does, it's the first day, and you need 3 days like that to say the market's coming out of an overbought condition and locking in a major uptrend event. You're not there yet. In the silver market, as we take a look together at the ratio, you can see how the market is staying underneath here, this red line, which is the 18-day average of closes. Again, what this means to me is that as the market falls, because the pressure's down and the bias is down, as you're under that average, you need less ounces of silver to get an ounce of gold. That means silver's, for the moment, stronger than gold overall. And you could see how the silver's also fighting its battle at the 18-day average of closes. And like the gold, it is overbought as well. The market that's being, if you will, juried up there is all by copper, all by what? All by China. And over the weekend, as I said, they announced the plan. I tried to find the details of this plan as best as I could. And I'm telling you, I spent time. I don't know what it is, other than they say, we're going to put more money into the consumer's pocket. We're even studying ways that the state will run places for the children to go to other than school, taking care of the young children so the families can do whatever they can do to make money and to spend. They want the people to have more money. That sounds to me like labor costs going up in some way, somehow. We will see. In any case, the market's looking at that, and that's considered inflationary. Plus, will copper get hit with the Trump tariffs? It's hard to tell. In the platinum market, you've been up here for a while, fighting at the upper band. So all of the metals have rallied. All of the metals are in overbought territory at this point as well. And they've come out of their downtrends to the T. In the dollar, the rally that we saw last week on Thursday and Friday failed, and we're right back towards the lows of the market. This is an embedded reading. Remember what I just said at the beginning? I look for 3 days if the market's over an 80 level. Well, here's 3 days more than that, under 20. And notice how rallies get labored, terribly labored, and markets try to make new lows. If you take out the high here, it doesn't mean much to me unless the red line of the slow stochastic, which is currently at 7.19, settles up and over 21. Then I think you leave this bearishness and you make a rally probably towards that 18-day average of closes, wherever that may come in. So now, you put this together, you try to come up with ideas, and that's what we do at Linn. We write market letters all day long. And in these letters, and they come to you via email or they're in our charting software, either way you want to view them. We cover the grain markets, the meat markets, the soft markets, the FX strategies. We cover the stock indices for you. We cover special ideas. Then besides that, charts. We give you charts with something we call price counts as to where the markets might head. To get all this, it's so easy, and get on our list to get this for a trial. We do not make it available if you don't have a trading account through us. So in order to get there, you have to be a subscriber. You got to be something with us, a client of ours. How does that come about? It's pretty simple. You go to iraepstein.com under the word free offers, sign up for it there, and away you go. And that should take care of it for you. So I think you'll find pretty interesting way to keep up with the marketplace, iraepstein.com, or you can click up here and it'll be an icon to take you to that area if you're on a PC. I'm Ira. I'll catch up with you all later tonight in my other videos, and of course, first thing in the morning in our morning flash video.